Hello again, lords and ladies. Welcome back to the channel. I am your mighty liege lord, the Godless Gamer, and today we are continuing our Game of Thrones series with episode 21. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed the holidays with your family. But now you're away from your family, now you're with me. Now we're here, hanging out together, continuing our Game of Thrones series. We're going to have some more fun today. We have a lot more to do, so let's jump right in. We were expecting our ruler to die last episode, but it just didn't happen. I figured he would cling to life, because that's what tends to happen. Whenever I make a prediction that my ruler is going to die, it tends to not happen. He tends to just cling to life, but I'm willing to bet that he's going to die this episode, guys. Like, I'm confident. He is 77 years old. He's been ailing for like 2 episodes, and I think this is going to be the episode that he finally dies. So we have a lot to prepare for. We're going to be very busy managing our succession when it happens, but let's see how many more things we can succeed in doing before he goes. I don't think we're going to have a lot of time. It might happen not too long after we unpause, but we will see. I would like this last hook fabrication to complete, because I want to change this one guy's contract, and I can. So we've got about approximately 15 months until we fabricate that hook. Let's hope that we at least get that done. So let's unpause, and let's get ready to manage the succession. We're going to have to deal with a lot once we take control of our new ruler, and it's going to be very hectic and busy, but we've done this many times before. We know what we're doing. And I just lost... Oh, never mind. I just inherited something that I can just immediately give back. But I just realized we lost the Dynasty, the head of the Dynasty position, and then we just got it right back. Why is the game doing this? That's the second time that it's done that. We're the Dynasty head. Alright. Stop doing that to me, game. Stop worrying me. Stop lying to me. I do have a lot of stress that I can relieve, but I'm not even going to bother doing it. I'm not going to bother. I'm sure we'll get some stress-relieving events. The fabricate hook scheme was exposed. While my involvement is not yet known, this will make it a lot more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. Well, I don't care. The odds haven't changed. Even though the scheme was exposed, it's still the same odds. So we're just going to keep at it. I don't even care if he finds out it's me. What difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference at all. I'm actually going to save money, too. I'm not going to be spending money crazily. Let's just save up for my son, so he can spend the money any way he wants. Like, if we need to give people gifts to improve opinions. Most likely, we're going to host a feast when our new ruler takes the thrones to manage opinions. And we're going to need money for that. So let's just save up money, guys. My new wife got lover spots. What a surprise. It's not really a surprise. We knew this was going to happen. Sorry, babe. I didn't realize she was a peasant. I didn't realize that. Oh well. I just got another claim, and we might as well jump on it now before we lose the claim, so let's do it. Let's fight a quick war. And we're going to finish this duchy here. The Duchy of Saltcliffe. Now, remember last episode I landed somebody in the duchy capital when I didn't mean to. I was a little hasty. And I have to get this back in order to create the duchy title, but we'll do that. That's something that we can take care of in my next ruler's reign. I don't have to worry about it now. But we are going to fight this war. We're going to fight the Ironborn again. But I currently have a truce with them. Crap, how long's the truce? 4 years. What's going to happen if I break the truce? You game broke truce for 3 years. General opinion minus 50. I lose 1 level of fame. Alright, never mind, guys. Never mind. I'm sure it's not really a big deal, that I could just do it, and it's not really going to affect us too much. But I do want to save money, and being at war does cost some, so I'm just not even going to bother. We'll worry about getting more conquest when we take control of our son. I can demand some payments. The rest of these people are actually in my dynasty. And I guess I'm gonna lose the hooks anyway when I die, so I guess I might as well get this money from them. No. Nope, nope, nope. Not doing it. Alright, big guy. It's time to go. It's time to call it quits. We just became a living legend at the very end of our life. Just kind of funny. Is there anything else we can do? Between the episodes, I did all the things I normally do. I got marriages. We don't have any prisoners. So we're basically just waiting to die, guys. That's all that's happening. This is an act of tyranny. I don't care about that. That's not a big deal. People are going to lose 5 opinion of me. That's not much. Let's modify some contracts. Let's see what I can petition my liege for. Nothing. Oh, I can send bailiffs somewhere to increase the control. Not essential. We got our next dynasty legacy. Perfect timing. We're going to grab home estates and we're going to increase our domain limit by 1. That's really going to help my son because my son most likely is not going to be able to handle the domains that I can currently. So that's going to help my son. I might have to give away 1 or 2 still when we take control of him. My objective is to give away the gauntlet anyway, but I'm trying to put off for as long as I can creating this duchy because I'm waiting for some of my dynasty members to get a little bit older. I don't want to give this to a kid, this duchy title. So we'll wait to give this away. Most likely it's going to be one of the first things that we do when we take control of our son, so... Another council meeting, another conflict. Septon Reynard and Admiral Lenora are arguing violently about my next charity project. I can get a weak hook on both of them? Can I edit this woman's contract? That would be excellent. Basically getting a free hook. I cannot. Her obligations have already been changed. So that weak hook, the only thing I'd really be able to do with it is to maybe extort her for some money. And that's only if I arrange a great compromise. 51%. Let's try it. I did it. Let's get some money from her. And from my realm priest too, if I can. Worked out pretty nicely. I think this is the longest lived ruler that we've ever had. He's 78. It's not bad. Not bad considering he's depressed and he's had lover's pox for the greater majority of his life. Well, actually, never mind. Lover's pox isn't a health penalty at all. But I'm proud of him. There's a faction created against me. I'm not doing anything else with my time, so let's try to sway him. Now, what's nice about when my son takes the throne... Uh-oh, having a mental break. We'll just take a little bit of stress, it's okay. Now, what's, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, what's nice about when we take control of our son, typically... when a son takes the throne, if you have any other brothers and sisters, or if the new ruler has any other brothers in particular, because our succession laws are male preference. Some of my vassals may not. If you have multiple children, especially multiple boys, some of my vassals might prefer one over the other, but since we only have one son, none of the vassals can prefer somebody else. Like, he's not going to suffer one of those penalties that this guy suffered, for example, because he had so many brothers. He had to suffer an unpreferred heir opinion penalty from some of my vassals, because some of my vassals preferred one of his brothers, but we're not going to have to deal with that with this guy, because he had no other brother, so my vassals can't prefer somebody else. So that is a silver lining. We can lay with this woman. No. I could be naughty at the end of my life, but we're not going to. I have so much money. So much money. Let's build a few things. I won't go crazy. I want to save up a little bit, but... There we go. As long as we have at least 1,000 gold in the bank when my son takes the throne, I'm satisfied with that. Now, one of my commenters made a great suggestion in one of my last videos. We have this ability to make the decision to visit a college. Or no, it's this one, university visit. I think I'm going to do this with my son. It's a little late for me, my current ruler, but we actually haven't done this yet, and we can actually help his skills out. So I think one of the things that we're going to do when we take control of our son, on top of the feast that we're going to do to improve opinions, we'll do a university visit. Try to improve his skills a little bit, maybe help out his stewardship skill, which might boost his domain limit, you never know. But it's something that we haven't done yet, and I'm actually interested in giving it a try. I'll give my grandson a position. He wants to keep banging all these women. And this woman's cross-eyed. Her eyes are like too close together. No. Leave me alone. Let me die in peace. My great-grandson, Lord Raymond of the Vale. His dad died. I already have a dynasty member on the throne of the Vale. Already. That was quick. That means his dad died. His dad was young. His dad died of cancer. He was only 26 years old. Well, I mean, that suits me fine, because his dad wasn't in my dynasty, but he is. So we officially have a dynasty member on the throne of the Kingdom of the Vale. And I can get 115 gold from him. Nice. I mean, I feel bad for the kid because he's gotten so much responsibility at such a young age, but... There we go. We've got a Fairgrave. And his capital is the Eyrie. So we've officially kicked out the Aarons. House Aaron. They've been replaced. Nice. And we still have a dynasty member on the throne of Dorne. So House Fairgrave controls 3 kingdoms. Dorne, the Vale, and the Fairlands. My 8th or 9th wife is dead? I can educate a squire? I'm not going to have a lot of time with him, but I'll do it. Who's his guardian? One of my knights. We can marry a Targaryen. Gianna Rumblestone? That's a funny name. Let's get ready to rumble. What am I doing? I'm increasing the development in Clifton. 15 months to go on that. Do I have to convert anything? Nothing that I personally hold, I don't have to convert, so... Getting new claims would be pointless because I'm just going to lose them when I die, so we'll just keep our septon on religious relations. I'll have my Master-at-Arms increase the control on the gauntlet, at least until I have to give it away. The faction is gone. Alright, my dude, come on. It's time to go. Wow, if I bring this guy in, he might make a half-decent knight. Just from his prowess alone. His martial isn't particularly great, but he is strong. He's a fair islander. And I like his personality. Sure, why not? I'll commission something. We'll bring him in. She's considered a master. She wants to go on an adventure. They're around the same age? I think I have an idea. I'm going to bring them both in. I'll sponsor both their inspirations. And then they can marry each other. Her personality isn't bad. She's a little ambitious, but... I guess ruthless isn't horrible. Come on, let me get him married. Or am I not allowed? Am I missing something? Why can't I get them married? What the hell? Arranged marriage. Is it because of these criteria? That's why. I'm sorry, I have to mess with the filters. Apologies, guys. There we go. We're going to do a patrilineal marriage because he's the fair islander. And we want their children to be fair islanders. We don't want them to be stone Dornish. So it's going to be a patrilineal. two artisans getting married. They're meant for each other. She has, like, yellow eyes. Oh, no, they're, like, very light green. I trust your instincts. Another inspiration. I became best friends with my grandson? Well, that kind of stinks because he's gonna stress out the second I die. I kind of wish that didn't happen, to be completely honest, because that's gonna stress him out. We just inherited Bloatstone. That's perfect. I don't have to revoke this guy's title anymore. We don't have to do that. I'll hold on to it now. I'll just hold on to it until we die. And then once we need to give away something, we'll create the duchy title now that we can. Because I own the... Perfect. I only have one of the two required counties. Alright, so I can't even create the duchy title until I get the other piece. Which is either going to be in 22 months, if we live that long, or when my son takes it. Alright, that saves me the trouble of having to revoke this guy's title. We can listen to grovelers. Let's do it. We're not granting anybody any land. Where's this? I don't like any of these choices. It's either I give away something, or this guy leaves my court, and if he leaves my court, the inspiration that I just spent money on, all that money's going to go down the drain. And I'm going to be losing a semi-decent knight. He's got 28 prowess. But we don't want to give something away. We want to give the duchy to a Fairgrave. That's the whole point of it. And if I'm going to be forced to give this to a non-Fairgrave, I would prefer to just lose the guy. Decent knights aren't hard to come by, so I'm willing to tell this guy to get out. Just get out. You gain the trait Celibate, a little late for that. But I'll do it. You gain 100 learning lifestyle experience, which might be kind of useless. Let's see how close we are to our next learning perk. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, wait, no, he's still... Oh, no, there we go. I was just about to say, he was still in doing my thing, but that's gone. Alright, a little bit of money down the drain. Not a big deal. These buildings in Pike are finishing so fast. It's kind of crazy. I lost a Harbor Master. Harbor Masters are so important to income, so we're going to replace her immediately. Definitely want a really good Harbor Master. I'm going to give it to my grandson, Ryan, but we're going to fire him from the Master of the Hunt position, and then we're just going to replace our Master of Hunt with somebody else. I'll give the job to this powerful vassal who doesn't have a position on the council. We'll give him a job. I kind of feel bad for my son. I'm living so long, so he's not going to take the throne in... He's going to take the throne in his 50s, so he's not going to be sitting on the throne for a long time. And I think I'm going to want to get this son, my grandson, married. It's probably going to be one of the things that we do pretty much immediately. Because I want him to start having children as soon as possible. Fascination discovered. We just discovered sappers, which decreases the siege phase time. Just a few more things to finish. Let's get cranes. Unlocks all late medieval economic buildings. Nah, not great. I kind of just sponsored this inspiration because I could. That's considered a large wall ornament. And currently my large wall ornaments are amazing. So it's kind of useless. If I have an open artificer position, I'll give him the job. I do, I have a couple. I have 3 artificer positions open. So both husband and wife can be artificers. I still have 1 more slot. Okay. Look at that, guys. We have 1 more year until I can fight the Ironborn again. That's more like it. It's a little bit better, but it's still not better than what I have. She actually turned out to make the better thing. So it looks like the wifey is a little bit better than the husband. All of these people are my family members. Unfortunately, giving these to somebody won't really be helpful. I guess I can give it to the, that Dynasty member who just took the throne of the Vale. I could help him out and give him something. Let's do that. Just so they don't go completely to waste. Let's help this kid out, and let's give him a gift. Building that castle cost me a pretty penny. But we got it started. Months. I can't believe it, guys. This guy just refuses to die. Watch, we're gonna get to like 3 days until the truce ends, and he's gonna die right before the truce ends. Oh, we got it. Let's get the war started. That way, even if we die, my son can finish the war. I didn't check if they had any alliances. We're fine. We're just gonna raise our men-at-arms. You're at death's doorstep. Finally! Alright, no more wives. No, we're not gonna get any more wives. My son certainly takes their duties as architect seriously. His passionate debate with my steward dominates the room. The ruins are rife with cut stone that could easily be transferred to the Lord's castle at Bloodstone. Everard rubs his chin doubtfully. Still, it looks like a lot of work, and the locals who use those materials won't like it. We're gonna take our son's side, of course. We're gonna side with our son. And we're gonna stay over our domain limit, whatever. We're about to die anyway. Interesting, this honorable woman is like a master of intrigue. There we go. Finally, but I'm actually glad that we at least got the war started before we died. Lord Redmond of the Fairlands has abandoned his mortal coil at 82 years of age. He died of old age. A tormented man, he had long desired the sweet embrace of death. Yeah. Lord Redmond ascends to the throne blessed with awesome knowledge of all things between heaven and earth. Redmond's rule is sure to be legendary. Even though it's not going to be particularly a long reign, because he's taking the throne at 52 years of age, it's definitely going to be a good reign. I'll take it. We'll take on the education of this squire, my nephew. He could be my squire now. Now, before we continue this war, let's take care of some of this, guys. We're going to stay paused for a bit. Don't need to request a loan. We'll pay homage later. We'll petition our liege later. The grovelers can wait. Let's see which we gave him a diplomacy education, and he went down the August tree. Sway scheme power, monthly prestige per dread, monthly prestige per powerful vassal on the council, monthly prestige per captain. You can commission an epic, level of fame impact, diplomacy per level of fame +1. I guess this tree isn't horrible, but I really do like the family hierarchy tree more. Kind of would have preferred he had gone down this, but we don't need to stay in the diplomacy lifestyle anymore. Let's help out our domain limit. Let's get into domain focus and see what we can do. It didn't help my domain limit at all, which kind of stinks. And even though my wife is helping manage my domain, 6 is all he can handle. Actually, not that great, but it's enough. I'm gonna quickly check opinions. He's a master of diplomacy, so opinions shouldn't be bad. They look really good, guys. A few of these people can use a little bit of help with their opinions, but opinions aren't an issue. It's not, like, a problem. So we can pretty much put anybody that we want on the council. We're going to choose the most qualified people for these positions. And we'll start having our Septon fabricate claims again. I am in the stewardship lifestyle, so let's put our Castellan on stewardship, and he'll increase my lifestyle experience. And he's given me +3 more stewardship, which still didn't increase my domain limit. Which kind of stinks. Let's move our steward somewhere. How's the control? All of my domains are fine. Alright, council's taken care of. We're not going to have any more children by our wife, so trying to romance her or doing any of that would be kind of pointless, so we're not even going to bother doing that. I do need to mess with his crown, though. He needs to put on his dad's crown. The crown of the rock. And wifey gets the circlet of the rock. And then my son and heir, gets the circlet. And we're going to get him married, but just let's get this war done first. And as soon as the war's done, we'll manage our domain and we'll give away some of these lands and we'll create some Fairgrave dukes. But then once we do that, we'll search for a wife for my son. Yeah, you could blow that horn 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All he was able to muster was 68 men. Pathetic. The Ironborn are so weak. I'm being invited to be the Master of Laws. So a different position than when our dad had. Our dad was the Master of Coin. Now we're the Master of Laws. Fellow Vassal Opinion plus 20. Monthly Diplomacy Lifestyle Experience plus 20%. Alright, let's hope that we have some Dynasty members of age to give this duchy to. We're going to create the duchy title now. Alright, let's check it out. I have a 15-year-old nephew who is unlanded and is not in a line of succession. He might actually be better for this other duchy down here. He might be better for this duchy, because I like his traits. Maybe he would be a better Duke of Baywater Woods. So he's going to be that Duke. Let's find somebody else instead. He's 15. He's about to come of age. He'll be fine. Should have gotten him married first. I always forget to do that. Sorry, guys. I should have gotten him married first. Negotiate an alliance with him. Robert. I can only arrange a marriage. Oh, I see. I see. When I landed that other nephew, basically his whole family went with him. So I have to invite this kid to court first, but I can't. He's somebody's player heir. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. We're not getting them married off yet. He can do it himself. This is what happens when you don't pay attention and you get a little hasty. Stuff like this happens. There we go. Created two new duchies that are Fairgraves. Negotiate an alliance with him as well. We need to replace our spy master. Actually, we need to find a new Castellan. My son? I want somebody with really good stewardship because then they're going to help me get more lifestyle experience while I'm in the stewardship lifestyle, you know what I mean? So I prefer somebody with good stewardship. There we go. He increased my domain limit. This guy. Perfect. We're going to take care of our heir in 1 second. I probably have a bunch of prisoners. Let's tell him to get out, and then we'll arrange a marriage for my son. I guess now, technically, I didn't have to give away one of these things, because now my domain limit went up by 1. But we can just find something in the future, like the next thing that we take, or maybe another high-value county that we end up taking in the future. We'll just be able to hold on to that. But I eventually wanted to give these duchies away anyway, so I'm glad that I got rid of them. Let's get our son married. And something different that I'm going to do this time when I get this marriage arranged is that we're going to arrange for a grand wedding. That way, there's a possibility that him and his future wife will actually become soulmates at the end of the grand wedding, because that's one of the possibilities that can happen. And that'll increase the odds of them having children. We want somebody young. Maximum age of 25. Oh my goodness, guys. We have a distant family member here. There's no chance of their children being inbred, so they're far enough apart that it's not considered like a gross marriage. They are in the same... They're both in the House Fairgrave, but there's no risk of their children being inbred, so that, like I said, they're far enough apart that it's not too weird. And what I like about her, even though her personality is pretty garbage, she's intelligent just like him, and she's bringing a new congenital trait to the table as well. She's bringing comely, and he's got hail, so they'll be reinforcing their intelligence trait, so we can make sure that his children will at least be geniuses, because he's not a genius, and we need to get back to work trying to improve our congenital traits, guys. We need to. I want to make this decision, strengthen bloodline, and I can't do that. Maybe one of his sons will be a genius, and then hopefully they'll get both of these traits. I don't know. But I admit, I'll probably get heat for it in the comments. I'm already prepared for it. Her personality is trash. It's horrible. I don't like her personality, but her skills are good. She's well-rounded with her skills. Like, they're not amazing, but they're well-rounded, so she can help him in multiple different areas. And she's bringing good congenital traits. She's young, and she's bringing the congenital traits that we need. And it's not a weird marriage because their children have no risk of being inbred. She's heterosexual, he's heterosexual. Let's do it. Let me take one more quick look to see if there are any other women up here. I doubt it. I have a niece who's 18, but she's chaste, and their children do have a risk of being inbred. She's a little shy, gluttonous. I guess it's better than lustful. Cynical isn't bad, and impatient isn't bad either. It's not like she's deceitful or vengeful or any of those, like, really scary personality traits. But I admit she's not great. But she's young. She's younger than him, so they have plenty of time to have kids. And she's bringing the congenital traits that I need, guys. This is it. This is my wife. I'm doing it. Oh, I didn't do a grand wedding. Crap. Alright, we missed out on a grand wedding. We just want them to have kids as soon as possible. That's what I care about. And that was really going to be the point of the grand wedding anyway, just to hope that they became soulmates and just had more kids. But I'm confident they'll have plenty of kids. So I don't think it's a big mistake. Like, it wasn't a big, huge mistake. And now my grandson has this ongoing heartache because I died and he was my best friend. It'll go away in 464. Which is a long 29 years, right? Is that what it is? 29 years until this goes away, so he's going to be dealing with stress quite a bit. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I'm kind of hoping that this ruler doesn't live for too long. I would like to take control of him sooner rather than later. So we're not going to do anything to extend his health. We're not going to do anything like that. We're just going to let him live. I'm not going to try to extend his life at all. I'm happy that he's a genius, though. And this guy's wearing the wrong armor. Alright, get pregnant, you two, please. Wasn't even aware that I had a rival, but now we don't have any. Let's listen to Grovelers very quickly. And then we're going to do this feast. And I think the feast is gonna be how we end the episode, guys, because we are nearing an hour. Didn't realize. I always check the clock. I always check the clock when there's like 5 minutes left. That's always what happens. Somebody wants to fund a temple and I have plenty of money? Sure. I'm not going to interfere. We have to make sure that we have the right items equipped too. So many things to do, guys, that I'm forgetting about. We're going to keep Jaime's sword. We're going to put my dad's crown on. I'm gonna give this Electrum necklace because I don't need the fertility. I'm too old. We're gonna give that to my son. Let's increase his fertility. It'll increase his fertility, his prestige, and his renown gain. We'll give that to him, just to make sure that they have as many children as possible. That should make up for the fact that I didn't do a grand wedding. We'll make up for our mistake there, and we'll give him that. We will use the stag antler. We will use the boar tusk. The prize scepter, sure. And I might give this dragon egg to my son, too. I want to help him with his stress, because he's going to be suffering... Like I said, he's going to be suffering this ongoing heartache for a long time, so I really want to help him out as much as I can with his stress. Let's give him... Let's give him the dragon egg. Let's give him... the lucky chessboard. And let's give him... I guess I can give him this regalia, too. Or we can increase his spouse opinion. Him and his wife will get along a little bit better with this. Let's give him this one. Alright. I still have to fill one of my trinket places. I can negotiate an alliance with the King of the Vale. Apparently, I can have 17 knights, which is kind of ridiculous. That's insane. Nothing else that I need to do. Alright, lords and ladies, let's host this feast. And then we will end the episode there. This guy wants to make legendary armor. As long as he doesn't die before he's finished with it. And I wanted to do this university visit, but we're going to do it after. We'll do it in the next episode, and we'll do it after this feast. Now, this feast isn't going to relieve any stress for me because I'm shy. Oh, no. I'm not shy. This is the son that's actually amazing at diplomacy. He's gregarious. He's the opposite of shy. I'm thinking about my son. But let's do this feast very quickly, guys. Whoops. Keep clicking the wrong one. The honorary guest will be... Actually, let's do this to befriend somebody. Let's befriend some of our counselors, or maybe my son himself. Or he's not even going to show up. He's not going to want to come because he's shy. So he's probably not even going to be one of the guests. We could befriend his wife. I could befriend my other son. I'm going to befriend my other son. Or actually, it might be more valuable to do one of my counselors. My chancellor. Or my steward, or my septon. My wife. My septon. Let's befriend my septon. My guest of honor will be... my son. The other son. The not shy one. Oh no, he is shy. He's showing up. Even though he's shy, why isn't my other son showing up? I'm not seeing his little crown. Whatever. $171 gold total price. It's not bad. Let's make sure there are no factions against me. There is one. It's a Liberty faction. But I'll start swaying this guy. And we have a claimant faction as well. Maybe we can end it just by sending him a gift. Let's hope it goes away now. There it goes. Money solves all problems. That was easy. Our befriend scheme instantly succeeded. My chancellor I could befriend, he's around my age. I guess it's not bad. We could befriend our chancellor. No, my son's already the guest of honor. Let's befriend my chancellor now. It might not even succeed, but we'll try it. Every guest gains 10 opinion of me. Sure. Little costly. Need to keep an eye on my money. Alright, the second befriend intent failed, but that's okay. The first one is what mattered. Alright, every non-courtly vassal gains 15 opinion. I gain some more prestige. We're almost exalted. We're not almost, but we're illustrious. But we're on our way to being exalted among men. We didn't get the Eager Reveler trait, but we progressed toward it. Which is fine. Alright, guys. Great way to start. I'm really happy that our domain limit is in a place that I can, you know, manage. We didn't have to give away a bunch of things. But I'm glad that we had somebody viable for this duchy and somebody for this duchy as well. Did they get themselves married? They did. This kid did. He married a 36-year-old. I don't know how I feel about that. And she's chaste. Not who I would have chosen for him, but... And then this guy got himself betrothed to Emma Willem. And her personality is turning out pretty good. She's young. They're about the same age, so I approve of this one. This one's fine. Would have preferred she had some congenital traits because he's bringing all the congenital traits to the table. She's bringing nothing, but she's not disappointing. I like her. Good for him. He chose a half-decent wife. I have another core artifact. When? When did I get this? Oh, this banner. Alright, we'll hold on to that. Alright, lords and ladies. That is going to do it for this one. We did get some conquests, so at least we got some. But I was so determined, or I was so focused on managing the succession. And it was easy. It was an easy transition. No big issues. I would like to start saving some money again. We're not going to be making as much as our dad was. But that's okay. That's to be expected. We're in the stewardship lifestyle. I think we're doing just fine. Alright, lords and ladies, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed. Join the ranks of my awesome lords and ladies. Join the ranks of my awesome vassals. And join us for future episodes of my Game of Thrones series. Hope you guys are here for the long haul. We've got a lot of work to do. We're still working our way towards the Iron Throne. But we're doing well, we're getting conquest, and we're making great strides in that direction. Our army is still pretty strong. I think we lost like 4,000 men when the succession happened, which isn't that bad. But things look good, guys. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you in the next one. Episode 22 will be coming at you soon, but until then, have a good one, guys.